This weekend in the Premier League brings us match week number 11, and with that, a chance to win $50,000. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, hanging out with you guys on this episode, talking soccer, Premier League, and over on the NBC Sports Predictor app, where we can win $50,000 if we can correctly predict 5 games this week in the Premier League. They give you those 5 games, and you got to give them the correct score and result for all 5 of those games. If not, you can still win a guaranteed $1,000 from NBC Sports. If you can get the most points, you get 4 points right for a result and 10 points right for a correct score. Hey, all season long, I'm giving away $25 to the winner of the Winning Bets League. If you need that league information, you can grab it from this video description, but it's pretty simple. Join that league, compete against your fellow Winning Bet supporters. Whoever has the most points at the end of each and every single match week can take home my $25. Let's take a look and see who won last week. It looks like we had Richard. Richard coming in first place with 32 points. Boy, did they have a nice entry. They got 2 correct scores, and they got 3 correct results. So that's 5 games, points in all 5 games. My man, Richard, nice entry right there. Make sure you hit me up on Twitter, drop me your PayPal information, and I'll go ahead and send you that $25. As for everybody else coming this week, we all start off with 0 points. So good luck. All right, now it's time to break down 5 games. So let's just jump on into it. The first game here is Tottenham at home at White Hart Lane, welcoming Everton in here. The one thing I can tell you guys from the research, from digging into this game and placing a real sports bet on corners. Boy, both of these two teams rank high up in the table in terms of home and away based on where they play, in terms of corners taken, corners conceded, all that. So maybe if you're placing a real sports bet, you go ahead and bet on corners. But other than that, Tottenham, boy, they look pretty good in midweek against Frankfurt. They needed that win in Champions League, and maybe they can carry that form over in the Premier League. They got past Brighton last week in the Premier League 1-0. Wasn't anything sexy, but quite frankly, Brighton's off to obviously a nice start, as everybody knows. So that was a good result, getting by them 1-0. Son seems to be hitting form. He hit a brace midweek here in that Champions League. So if they can get Son cooking like he was before that international break, whoa, Tottenham's going to go back to being a really scary and high-scoring team. Everton, though, they do seem to be scoring. Remember, they scored against Manchester United. They're finding the back of the net. And that's the main question here is, I've got Spurs winning this game, but will Everton score? Everton failed to score against Tottenham last season. I like Tottenham's uptick in form. I thought that was impressive going to Brighton last week and holding them goalless. Because again, Brighton, they've been looking really good this season. So I thought keeping them goalless was really good. So with that, with Everton not scoring last year in this fixture, I think Spurs will be able to keep a clean sheet. They're going to get a few goals in this one. I've got Tottenham winning this game 3-0. So 3-0 win for Spurs for me. The next one, we go to Old Trafford. We go to my team, Manchester United, taking on Newcastle. Guys, I'm nervous. I mean, I am absolutely nervous about this one. It's just kind of like a gut, a feel that I've got in my belly. I don't know. Something tells me Newcastle is going to get some form of result. They've obviously got Nick Pope. That's going to help them keep this game low scoring up against Manchester United. De Gea's on the other side of the net, so he's probably going to help keep this game low scoring. United has had the upper hand, though, in the head-to-head. They've won 4 of the last 5 head-to-heads. But when I just look at this game, Newcastle coming off a beatdown there of Brentford this past weekend, 5-1, albeit it's Brentford and not Manchester United, but they can carry that momentum now into Old Trafford. They're catching United. Obviously, they'll be involved in the Europa League there on Thursday night. I don't know, guys. I'm just feeling that Newcastle is going to get something from this game. I'm going 1-1 draw, which was the exact score the last 2 times these two teams played at St. James Park. Different location. United better than they were last season. But I got to give a lot of credit to Newcastle. I like their attack. I think they've got some pace and some nice attacking players going forward. They'll be able to find the back of the net. All right, I'm doing it. 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw between United and Newcastle. The next one here is Leeds taking on Arsenal. I love everything about Arsenal. I mean, I love everything about Arsenal. We were wondering what they were going to do last week going up against Liverpool. That was the real first test, right? I mean, they did play Manchester United earlier this season, but that was at Old Trafford. The way United was kind of having an uptick in form there, you didn't really think United was going to, or Arsenal was going to win that game. You wanted them to be competitive, which they were outside of a few quick little minutes when United got a couple quick goals. But this one was obviously at the Emirates against Liverpool. They looked good. Sure, they got some help. A pretty soft penalty there on Gabriel Jesus gave them the penalty spot in the win, but they didn't crack. They did not crack in a big game. They look like they're going to be in this title race for a majority of this season. Leeds likely going to score though, right? That's what Leeds does, and you always like Leeds scoring at home. That home crowd, boy, that's a fun grounds. If you haven't caught one of their home fixtures, you got to do so. They can really lift that team and help them score a goal. But Arsenal, to me, is going to get it done again. I was really impressed with what they did against Liverpool. This isn't a spot where they're going to let it drop and waste that good performance and waste their good start. I like Arsenal here. Leeds will be able to score, though. I'm going Arsenal 2-1. Arsenal 2-1 win. Next one there is Aston Villa welcoming Chelsea in. And do you like anything about Villa? I mean, we've played 9 games this season, and Villa's only got 7 goals scored on the season. Meanwhile, Chelsea with Graham Potter, boy, they look really good. Another win there midweek in the Champions League. They're picking up wins in the Premier League under Graham Potter. Just the gap in these two clubs is really, really far. Chelsea's looking really good, and again, Villa, they're not doing a damn thing. 7 goals in 9 games, that is absolutely pathetic. So I'm on Chelsea here. I think it'll be a little bit low scoring just because Chelsea, does have so many fixtures. They're involved in Champions League, and the games just come hot and heavy for them. You're getting squad rotation. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2-0. 2-0. I don't see Villa scoring. I mean, how can you predict Villa scores a goal these days when they've only got 7 goals on the season? We know how tough Chelsea generally is from a defensive perspective. And remember, Graham Potter, when he was at Brighton, they were a good defensive club, under Graham Potter at Brighton. So I'm going Chelsea. I'm going clean sheet. I'm going Chelsea 2-0. Then the last one here is certainly the game of the week, and it's Liverpool. It's Manchester City. The one thing you can count on, guys, I think, is both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. That bet has cashed in the last 5 head-to-heads. You've got star players for each of these two teams were rested. Haaland got the full rest there against Copenhagen midweek. Salah and Jota, they basically were fully rested. I think they came in around like the 65th minute, or maybe it was even the 70th minute. So those guys will be ready to go. Manchester City, though, is better. Like, don't kid yourself. Liverpool has been wildly inconsistent. Think about how many times you guys have placed parlay bets this weekend with Liverpool over the course of the season, not this weekend, sorry. Placed bets with Liverpool this season in a money line parlay, and Liverpool hasn't come through for you. Meanwhile, City, I feel like that's the team I can full on trust. Don't really care that this game is at Anfield. City doesn't care where games are played. They're just going to play their style. But this one's going to be high scoring. Both teams will get on the score sheet. But I like City coming on top, and I like Haaland being the difference maker. Remember, we saw this game in the Community Shield to go ahead and kick off the season. And while Haaland didn't score, dude damn near sure could have had a hat trick. I mean, I'm going to chalk that up to the first game of the season, and he was a little bit rusty. He ain't rusty now. He's hitting fine form, scoring in every damn game it seems like he plays in. He's the difference maker. He's going to lift Manchester City over to Liverpool. I'm going 4-2. Give me a 4-2 win there for Manchester City. All right, guys, and that's how we'll do it this week. Again, we're competing for $50,000 over on the NBC Sports Predictor app, and also you're competing to take my $25 if you're in the Winning Bets League. All right, guys, enjoy this weekend's matches. There's going to be some good ones. I want to wish you guys good luck on your picks. We'll see you back here next week for Match Week number 12. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and good luck with your picks. If interested in placing real sports bets, then check out my latest daily free sports betting video in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next contest.